So for your homework, folks, the goal is to determine if their amount to be saved is going to be a short, a medium, or a long-term goal. And if you're confused as to which those might be, on this document, which has been uploaded to Google Classroom, if you scroll up to Jose's example, in the instructions, it specifically says what the difference is between short, medium, and long-term goals. So scroll up in this document to find that answer. What you're going to do is there are 6 people, and you are going to see how much money they want to save, how much they plan to save each month, and what it wants you to find out is how many months is that going to take, how many years, and is it short-term, mid-term, or long-term. Abby, for instance, wants to save $780. She plans on doing that by saving $20 a month. So the way that I figure this out is I need to put my smaller number, I need to see how many times I can pull my smaller number out of my bigger number. When I'm trying to figure out time it takes to reach a goal, I take my number that represents my goal and I divide it by the amount I'm saving. For instance, the goal is 780, the amount I'm saving is 20. And by dividing these two, it's going to tell me how much time it's going to take. And I know that your math teachers would like you to be a little more familiar with doing this in your head. However, in social studies, I'm perfectly fine with you using a calculator on this because this is social studies, not math class. The most important thing is for you guys to determine the difference between a rate that is good and a rate that is not good. And I want you actually to try and do that in a fast way. In the economics world, it pays off if you can understand how money works and how numbers are influencing the overall benefit or takeaway of something. So by doing this, it's not a bad thing for you to use a calculator. What I would do is I would take Abby's total amount to be saved, which is $780, and then I would divide that by the amount that she's going to save every month, which is 20, and that gives me 39. That would be 39 months. How I know it's 39 months and not 39 weeks like the examples from class is because the amount saved each month is this number. So I have to pay attention to what that column is saying. That's the good news though, is that this is a pretty straightforward answer. Now, much like in fractions, I got to simplify it. I've got to get a little more formal. So it's asking how many years. Well, think to yourself, how many years are in a month? 12. So 12 months equals 1 year. And I know that 12 goes into 39 3 times. Because 12 times 3 equals 36. So that means I have 3 years and 39 minus 36 is 3. 3 months. Now, if it's short, medium, or long term, that you have to find on your own. You have this document on Google Classroom, so you need to scroll up and find that on your own. Ben wants to save $25. He plans on saving $15 every month. How many months is it going to take him to reach that goal? If he's saving $15 a month, he'd be able to do that in 2 months. And you guys will need to figure out why. So if the answer here is 2 months, you need to tell me exactly why. And then you need to fill out this chart. Charisse is this example right here. And Charisse, hers is specifically delved into a little deeper down here. So what you find up here is going to help you answer the question down here. Last thing I will say, folks, is that this part is required to turn in for homework, but the other part, this chart that has you being a little more creative, that is not required. So this one is, and this one isn't.